of Fame ceremony presented by the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce and the Hollywood Historic Trust. We are delighted to honor one of the entertainment world's most popular and accomplished actresses, as she is honored today with the 2,443rd star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Today, Hollywood honors Sissy Spacek. So Sissy has to just hold on screen. He has been seen in Haywire, Weird Science, and Aliens. One false move marked his emergence as a leading man. He went on to star in a host of blockbusters including Tombstone, True Lies, Apollo 13, Twister, Mighty Joe Young, Titanic, and Vertical Limit. He just completed the 5th and final season of HBO's critically acclaimed series, Big Love. Please welcome actor-director Bill Paxton.
Thank you. I am thrilled and honored to be here today to dedicate this star to one of the great actresses and an old friend, Sissy Spacek. Just push the button. Okay, let's get to it now. This is indeed a special moment. I'm a little nervous here. I don't know which glasses to pull out. A fantasy moment everyone's had who ever came to Hollywood with a dream of getting into the movies. But don't worry, Sissy, no one's going to spoil it by dumping a bucket of blood on you. There will be no bloodshed at this ceremony. Of course, I can't speak for David Lynch. I remember the first time I met Sissy. I just started working as a set dresser for her husband, Jack Fisk, at Culver Studios. I had just seen Badlands a few nights before, so when she got out of the car with Jack and he introduced me, I was speechless. The movie and her and Martin Sheen's performances in it had made a huge impression on me. I was starstruck. Over that time, I worked for Jack. We all became friends. In those days, when Sissy wasn't acting in films, she would help out on whatever movie Jack was art directing. Sometimes she would drive around in a big moving van with me picking up set dressing. I couldn't believe my good fortune. Here I was, a 19, 20-year-old kid from Texas, driving Sissy Spacek around. Over the years, I watched her climb the pinnacle of success in so many memorable performances. I was always proud to say I knew her. There is no other actress in the history of film quite like her. Her body of work is incomparable. Sissy Spacek is one of the greats. The variety of characters this wildly talented actress has created in motion pictures is nothing short of extraordinary. Sissy, when you were a young gal growing up in Quitman, Texas, did you ever imagine that one day you would see your name in gold letters within a gold star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Well, this is that day. You've all come here, your family, your friends, and fans, to help you celebrate this momentous occasion. You're part of history now, and you deserve it. Congratulations. I think these are Bill's glasses. Those may appear on eBay if you don't get them real quick. Let me acknowledge a few guests with us today. We have the chairman of the board of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Marty Sheldon. And we have a couple of actresses who will appear with Sissy in the upcoming The Help. We have Jessica Chastain.
Whoa.
And Anna O'Reilly. Welcome. Now, our next speaker has been with us before, and we've known or learned that he's very modest. His biography is very simple. It reads as follows. David Lynch, born Missoula, Montana, Eagle Scout. Please welcome director David Lynch.
morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a real honor and pleasure for me to speak about Sissy Spacek. This is perfect. Sissy is a star. Stars are mostly in space, and Sissy has the word space in her name. I've known Sissy for a long time. Her husband, Jack Fisk, is my best friend since high school. Jack and Sissy met on the film Badlands. Sissy starred in that film, and Jack was the production designer. They fell in love, and Jack brought Sissy over to meet me shortly after. They were the perfect couple, and they still are. On the film The Straight Story, which I directed, a film about Alvin Straight, the old man who drove his lawnmower hundreds of miles to see his sick brother, Sissy played Alvin's daughter, Rose. Her performance is so beautiful and tender. Jack was production designer on this film as well. One night, Jack called just as we were finishing the day's shooting. He was a half-hour drive away, just finishing a set for the following day. He wanted to know if I would drive over to see the set right away. Sissy wanted to go over to be with Jack, so I took her, and we drove together through the night on small two-lane highways, all dark, passing miles of cornfields. It started to rain. Now, a lot of the following stories Sissy and I can't talk about. The United States government has told us not to. But this part I can say. I thought it was a bolt of lightning, tremendous white light, and suddenly Sissy and I were inside a giant alien spaceship. Thousands of aliens were around us. The commander floated up in the air and told us a spectacular story. He told us that in many, many galaxies in our universe, on so many planets, Sissy Spacek is revered. All know of her films and even her songs, and all the beings love the fact that Sissy works both with the studios and the independents. He even told us that from now on he's calling his ship a Spacek ship. The commander told us this day, today, had long ago been predicted, Sissy getting her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He told us that on this very day, millions of beings throughout the universe will celebrate Sissy getting her star. The commander asked that I thank all who made this honor possible, and to thank Hollywood for being Hollywood, and for creating the Hollywood Walk of Fame. After Sissy signed hundreds of autographs for the aliens in the spaceship, like a snap of the fingers, Sissy and I were back on Earth, standing in front of Jack and his finished set. He jumped and said, "How did you get here so fast?" Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the beings here on Earth who can't be here today, and beings in galaxies across the universe, please join me in congratulating for her great work, for this honor of a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the great Sissy Spacek.
To hear from our honoree, but let me just say, in memory of our great honorary mayor, Johnny Grant, we hereby declare this Sissy Spacek Day in Hollywood.
I want to thank David Lynch and Bill Paxton for those wonderful words. I've known him for a long time. When I met David, he was delivering the Wall Street Journal and making a racer head in his garage. And he's come a long way. And Bill, as he said, was just a teenager that we met, and I met first in Fort Worth, Texas. And I'm so happy for their success, but the first years that we knew them, we felt like they just belonged to us. They were ours. Now, unfortunately, we have to share them with the world. The first first time I visited the Hollywood Walk of Fame, I just arrived in California. I was fresh off the bus, so to speak. I spent the whole day here, and I had the best time. I walked around for a while. I found my favorite stars. I bought some ice cream. I walked around some more. And I tried to imagine what it might be like to have my own star one day. I was new in town. I didn't have a car yet. So when it was time to head home, I hitched a ride with a friendly-looking bunch of hippies in a Volkswagen bus. Big mistake. As we turned on to Laurel Canyon, we heard sirens and there were lights flashing and police cars surrounded us from everywhere and they pulled us over. Their guns were drawn. Put up your hands. I was terrified. I knew all the police in Texas. I didn't know these hippies, you know, was there contraband in this Volkswagen bus? I tried to explain to them. I turned to the police officer, I don't know these hippies. I don't know these people. I was just hitchhiking. Oh, really? That's against the law, too? I'm just an actor. They rolled their eyes. They'd heard that one before. But here I am. And it's such an honor today to be here among these 2,443 luminaries that line this boulevard. And I look out at this beautiful crowd of my friends and family who are here. And so many of them I've worked with, and so many of them have helped me get here today. All my friends from the Help, Jessica Chastain, Anna, Rick Nacita, my first, third, and fifth agent, Steve Tez, Jim Stein, and all the folks that innovated, my dear friend, Wayman Seed, the indomitable Bobby Edrick, Sean Daniel, thank you so much for insisting I do Coal Miner's Daughter, and the talented screenwriter, Tom Rickman, Pam Wise, who was my costumer for years, and my dear, dear friend, and Michael Singer, who ran our office and kept us on time and organized it together, and Nadia Vaness, who helps me with all my accents. And I want to give a special shout out to Cindy Owen. I want to thank the Hollywood Walk of Fame and everyone at DreamWorks and Disney, my family, Skylar, Madison, and Jack, all my dear friends and my family who are here to support me. Thank you all for coming, and thank you to those nice policemen who let me go. So now that you all know my address, 6834 Hollywood Boulevard, please come and see me anytime, and please, no hitchhiking. Thank you so much.
Well, I think it's time to unveil that star. Let's do it.